guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video of DB Fishing. If you're new to this channel, yeah, it's just kind of a fun little channel. I do once in a while make some videos of me fishing out on the boat, ice fishing, a few different little hunting videos I've done, and then we also do some product reviews, some setup reviews, and also some cooking stuff like that. A little bit of everything. If you're new to the channel, appreciate a subscribe. But yeah, today we're going to be going over I've been getting a few questions about my shuttle setup on my boat for open water. In the winter on ice fishing, I kind of went over my Livescope setup and pole setup, how I have it, different settings I use. But today we're not going to go into too crazy of the settings. I'm just going to kind of go over what I have set up here on the side of my boat and the benefits of it. Just been getting a few questions, and a lot more guys are going to the shuttle mounts on their boats just for simplicity and mobility. And a prime example, one of the reasons I went to this type of setup is the mobility. 90% of the time I am fishing in my own boat, but there is a couple times a year that I'm not. For example, last year I went up to Tobin with a friend. We took his boat, very similar to my boat, and I was able to take this system in the truck. When we got to the lake, strapped it onto, or screwed it onto the Lund track system, and I was able to go 5 days fishing in Tobin with my Livescope. Another example is my cousin Shane used to fishing guide up in Ontario, so he plans a trip every year to go back up there with a bunch of family and friends. Shout out Shane, great trip. But anyway, it's a boat in or fly in trip, and I was able to put Livescope Shuttle and the pole in my bag, get up into the bush in Ontario. They got Alaskan or Lumacraft boats, and I was able to mount the docking plate, and for a 5-day fishing trip up there, use my Livescope. So it's pretty cool. And when you're spending this kind of money on some of this technology and some of these transducers, you want to use it. So yeah, definitely a way to look at it if you're going to be a little mobile. If you are going to be a guy that just fishes out of your boat, that's fine to permanently mount everything. You got to mount the black box. Another thing to consider though is you want this Livescope unit to have its own power source. So we're talking clean power. So don't be hooking it up to your other sonars and screens and stuff. It needs its own to get a really clear, perfect image. And a lot of guys wonder why they're not getting as clear image as some of the stuff they see on YouTube or TV. It's probably because they have it hooked to something else and they're getting interference. So here on the side, this is all ArcLab stuff, kind of the same system. I go from ice fishing to open water. I basically take this shuttle right here from ArcLab. This is the 5200 series shuttle. Here it is, it just pops out. We'll talk more about the link system here in a bit, but kind of get a good look at it. It's got the echo map on the front that goes to it. Just want to keep this to show you guys. Charging port here, and like I was talking about clean power, I don't know if you can see inside, but there's a 32 amp hour amped battery inside, lithium, and yeah, it's got a charging point right there, so you just plug in the charger. So yeah, I'll take this in the house, in the camper after a day of fishing, and charge it up. Also, you don't have to keep it on the boat that way the stuff's always in my house locked up, just in case theft or anything like that, damage. So yeah, pretty awesome shuttle though. I've talked about it before. 12 volt USB plugins. It's got a master switch, a voltage meter. The GLS 10, the black box, just screws right onto the back of this shuttle. Super solid. And then you can also get a couple little add-ons. I got the cable cleat. It's pretty handy because there's so much Livescope cord that you can just wrap it around. So it's really handy. So yeah, that's the shuttle system. Now, when I go ice fishing, this is what I'm taking. This exact unit. So right there is your shuttle. Now the pole. Ice fishing's a little different. It has a tripod. So basically, where you see this on my boat, it's a tripod that goes through the ice. But we're talking open water here, and this is a 45 degree. You can get a bunch of different pole mounts to go to your boat. You can get 90 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, and all it does is just screw into your track. You can move it around, slide it. I'll just show you here. Adjust it. You can move it to that side of the boat, front of the boat. So yeah, if you got a Lumacraft, you know, Crestliner, any kind of boat, they basically have everything to go with that track system. or unit. And then the pull is super easy. Just loosen this ram mount, it pops out, and then you're ready to go. So very mobile, and I just travel like this. Like, it's super tight, solid. You can get some different mounts and stuff from ArcLab too, but yeah. So that's kind of the shuttle and the pole system I'm using. Now, I kind of showed you guys the pole mount, how it goes onto the track. Here's another little system that I have. You can do a couple different shuttle mount systems. Some guys have theirs off like a chair mount, off the back or whatever. Look on their website, there's a ton of different shuttle mount options to have. The one I wanted to go with was on the side here. Goes onto my track system. So this is the Larmac 360 with a 45 degree, like the pole I was saying. You could get a 90 degree or 45, whatever your boat track system needs, you can have. And this is exactly the same. You can slide it around, move it from side to side. So yeah, it's really handy. What goes onto the 360 is this docking plate. Look at how solid that is. Okay, and the docking plate is something that I also use in my snowmobile in the winter, in the box in the back. And like I showed that, you could put it on your quad. There's a ton of different options. Look on their website, it's pretty cool. Guys put it on the quads, skidoos, and it's super solid. Then it just has these link systems on the side that boat going by, that it locks in. So whether it's on your skidoo, boat, look at how solid that is. I mean, if I'm driving around spot to spot and it's windy and rocky, obviously I'm not going to leave it on the side. But it's just a quick pop, either into the cabin, into the house, into the camper, charge it up, and you don't have to worry about theft, damage, or anything like that too. So it's a really awesome option for mobility and the power and just moving it around. So yeah, that's the ArcLab setup. That's my Livescope setup on my Lund Tyee. But like I said, look on their website for a ton of different options and a ton of different mounting systems for your boat. If you have any questions, comment below, and I'll be sure to get back to you if I can help. Alright, so we're back off the boat, back in the garage here, and I just kind of want to finish off this video just kind of showing how it bundles up, taking it off the boat. So here's the pieces. Basically, you got your Echo map on the 5200 series ArcLab shuttle, and that's kind of how it packages up there on the boat. Even when you take the transducer off the pole, it just packages up nice with the cable, and then even fits in that cable cleat. So you're good to go for transportation that way. And then yeah, the pole comes apart. One of the nice things I like about this pole, and one of the reasons I went with the pole this style, is the cable doesn't go, you'll see a lot of them, the cable goes through the pole, which is good for protection, but then that way you're always lugging around this pole. This pole comes and you can disconnect, and it can come in two pieces. So you can even make it easier to transport. But this ArcLab one, the cable is on the outside, which I kind of like because it's very quick to package up and move around if you need to put it on the cable cleat and just go, or package up for the end of the day. And when you want to get it back on the pole, it's super simple. Super simple, like I said, you just face it forward, just have a little pin, that goes in there, and then it comes with these cable cleats. You just run your cord up along your pole, putting these cable cleats as you feel are needed, or where you feel they're needed. So that's quick. You're back into either your ice hole, or you just put it on your pole mount. That just fits in there. It's just a ram mount, like so, and that clicks in. Like I was showing on the boat. Yeah, very simple to get that cable on your pole. Another, I'll just try not to hit anything here. Another really handy thing about this pole that I really like is ArcLab's mount they have the transducer on, okay? So it's got a little gear in there, which the factory one comes with, and you just peel it off and stick it on there. Anyway, this is down mode, obviously, and it's just very quick to go from down mode to forward mode. It's just a couple clicks. There's your forward mode, back to down mode. So it's just a couple clicks and you can go from forward mode to down mode. Very simple. So I really like that. But you can go from perspective mode very quick too. It's just a matter of popping this pin out, and you'll see it has a standard. I don't know if you can see that. And if you want to go to perspective, you just pop this to that, and then it's just back in this way. Put your pin in, lock that pin, and just like that, you're in perspective mode. So it's super easy to go from back and forth from standard to perspective, down mode to forward mode. So really like this pole. And then like I said, when you want to move quick on the snowmobile or on your boat at the end when you're ready to package it up, everything just pops apart. Off comes that transducer, and package it up like I showed before. Super quick. Okay, so yeah, very awesome shuttle and pole mount. Really like it. So yeah, there you have the 45-degree Larmac 360 with that mounting plate. Screw, you just bolt it on. Those where your link systems lock into. Same thing for the 45-degree pole mount or whatever you go with. Just a piece like so. Super simple. Then you got your 5200 series shuttle, like I was talking about on the boat there. There's your plugins, different plugins. You got your power switch here with a voltage meter. And yeah, everything just mounts super nice on there. GLS 10 box, like I said, on the back. Transducer just pops even in there. And then the pole we just talked about. Nice aluminum pole, power coated. You can get a bunch of different lengths too if you want a longer. If you got a big pontoon or something, you can make something work. So yeah, super handy. Yeah, that's gonna wrap up that little part of the video here. Pretty much just wanted to kind of go over. I had some questions, guys asking me about the shuttle mount, so I thought I'd go over it a little bit. I understand definitely not everyone's into the Livescope and can afford it, but it's one of my hobbies. So I mean, guys spend thousands of dollars on a driver if you're into golf or whatever it may be. So if it's your hobby, you know, save your money up, and if it's something you want, definitely do some research and look into it. So I hope this video helps you guys. If you're looking at a ice fishing bundle, boat bundle, it's kind of an all-in-one unit. So like I said before, it's super mobile, and I'm really happy with it so far. Also wanted to say, this setup is all ArcLab, but I'm no way associated with them or anything. And I bought all this stuff with my own money. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just did a lot of research when I was getting into piecing together my Livescope and Garmin bundle. And I really like their products. They're a company out of Winnipeg. Check out their website. Really strong build stuff, and they were really awesome to deal with. I did a couple shipments through them, emailing back and forth, and yeah, they're super helpful and really easy to deal with, and really happy with their stuff so far. I mean, definitely been putting it to the test, and it's built strong and sturdy, so I can't speak highly enough about it. Also, this isn't just for Garmin that they make. I think they have like stuff for Mega Live and the Lowrance setup, so I mean, check it out if you have any of that kind of setup. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video doing this from a couple weeks ago. My last video, we talked about the Streamside PF stick junior angler giveaway, the 5'4" ultralight for a 16 and under. We had lots of entries, so big thanks to everyone who watched and followed along and entered in on the giveaway. And stay tuned, because I'm gonna try do a giveaway every season, maybe one or two in the open water, maybe one or two in the ice fishing season. Love giving back to all you guys who are subscribed and watch and follow along. I know the channel's super small and I don't do a ton of videos, but it's just a hobby of mine. I like doing it once in a while, and really like that everyone's following along and watching. So really appreciate it. So I'd love giving back once in a while, and big thanks to Streamside, who I've partnered up with for this year. So really loving their rods and gear. So check them out at your local tackle shop. We're starting to get them more out here in Western Canada, and I'm really happy with the rods I got so far, and their reels and their products. So really happy. So check them out, guys. Big thanks to them. But the winner of the giveaway was, we did the YouTube random comment picker. So we had about 70 entries. So big thanks to all you guys for entering, like I said. But yeah, the winner was Brad Gamble, 1816, Lawson 4, and Hampton 2. Still learning what fishing is all about, but they enjoy seeing perch on the camera out on the ice. So right on. He entered his 2 young kids there, and they won themselves a Streamside PF stick. They'll probably have to grow into it a little bit, but it's going to be an awesome little rod when they get out there, when they're a little older. So big thanks to all you guys for entering, and stay tuned. Hopefully get out on the kayak here, maybe do some fishing, maybe put the electronics away and just go do some old school fishing out on that thing, or we'll be back out on the boat. Huge thanks to all you guys for entering on last video on the giveaway. Congrats, Brad Gamble, 1816. You can get a hold of me through Instagram or my email. My information's always down below in the description. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next time.